Most people wait for the right time to start a business, but I choose rock bottom instead. I'm actually supposed to be out like a week ago. I did pay my rent for this month though. I didn't update you from I think the first video when I was talking about that. We were able to do it, so it's cool. But yeah, no, I definitely still gotta get out of here probably within the next like yeah, like 2, 3 weeks or so. This has been such like a crazy life situation, and I've moved so much throughout my life, and I thought I was coming to a point where I wasn't gonna be moving anymore, and I'm still doing it. And it's like I can't even lie, like I didn't really feel like recording today or like getting on camera too much, and I'm not even really in the most social mood. But I also understand that I made a commitment, and I said that I was going to do this. So whether I really want to or not, I'm here. And I'm just kind of feeling the weight, I guess, in it right now, the emotional weight of just the situation, because I haven't had that job now for like 3 months now. It was the end of October officially, like the beginning of November that I stopped working there. And I just found out, literally New Year's Eve, I got a 30-day notice that I had to be out January 29th. Even though I've been paying my rent on time. And but to just give you a little backstory on what's going on, I'm not gonna go too crazy into detail. I'm not gonna give them any free clout. So I used to work at a shipyard as a structural welder. I was working on nuclear submarines as well as aircraft carriers, just in the most tightest, weirdest like spot, doing crazy welds and all this extra stuff. I've never had harder jobs in my life than in that place. Kid you not, like it's literally the gauntlet. But long story short, one day, two people that I was relatively cool with, I had helped them when they had come into the shop and what they needed. They had made false claims about me that I was on FaceTime during lunch, and that's not allowed at where I used to work. To have a camera-enabled device and actually to be using a camera if you're not actually authorized for it. Literally within an hour of somebody coming to tell me that somebody else had told on me about something, security had popped up and took my phone, and I did not have my phone for 6 days, bruh. Like, during that time, they're going through my phone, they're investigating, they're going through any of the shit, because you sign a contract before you start the job, basically saying, if you even are found suspicious of something, then they can look through your stuff even past what, the claim may have been about. So they didn't find any evidence of me being on FaceTime, but they found like 3 pictures that were taken a couple months into my career of being there. Bruh, one of them was like a picture of a combination lock with the code so I could remember. Yes, I should have just wrote it down on a note instead of taking a picture of it, but I wasn't really thinking about it too much. Now, the other picture was a excerpt of like some tax information that I needed. And then the last picture was taken by accident, but I didn't know that it was on my phone. So with that, they were just kind of giving me the wraparound and leaving me in limbo in a way for some time. But I ended up finding out in the middle of October that they decided to discharge me. Never gotten written up, never had any problems, nothing, period. It's my first ever offense, but they still decided to just like just chuck my ass for real. Yeah, so once that finally happened, I had ended up going to the gym the next day, earlier in the morning than I usually do because I wasn't at work. And I ended up meeting this Indian man in the sauna, and older guy, he's like 75, 76. He was talking to some older guys in the sauna for some time, and he ended up mentioning something about like nuclear engineering and the shipyard, and then something with being here for 20, 30 years. And then through just listening to the conversation more, and then eventually most of them leaving, and then him starting to talk to me, I realized that he was the owner of his own nuclear engineering company that's he's been building since like 1985, something like that. And he dealt business with the company that I just previously worked for. He took an interest in me. We exchanged information, and we just started talking more about us potentially working together. And then he had proposed a hypothetical. I want to even say it's a hypothetical kind of thing because it's really just like he was like, yeah, I could pay you $40 an hour, to doing this, do. Well, doing this in terms of like for the next couple of weeks to see if this can work. I'll give you this amount, and then if we see that it works out with the both of us, then we can discuss further more detailed options. And that was dope for me. I'm not the type that gets like hella overexcited just at the thought of an opportunity because you never fully know, bro. Like sometimes the shit may happen and then other times it really doesn't. So until it's literally like in my lap, in my hands, in my account, I'm not jumping for joy, going crazy about things. But I think with him, really, he was under the impression originally that I had more IT knowledge than I actually did. Even though I do have IT knowledge, it's just from what he thought and what was put down on my resume compared to what I actually had. It wasn't equivalent, I'll say. And the kind of resume that I had, it wasn't even tailored towards IT shit for real. But regardless, he had gone on this holiday called Diwali. It was a long holiday, I think like 10 days. And he had said that, hey, at the end of the 10 days, just like, let's come back, let's talk. Because I don't really know if, you're going to be the right fit. Like what makes sense for you to be doing within our organization. And before he had went on vacation, he had sent me a load of documents and just information for me to just overlook and to study. And I studied everything, like everything. Essentially how I took what he said before he went on his vacation was like, hey, EJ, I'm going to be back in 10 days. I like you. You have potential, but I truly don't know where you can actually fit in within this company. And I'm not trying to train somebody up from the literal dirt. Like you have to have something before you come in here. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I bet. So I got 8 days, 9 days to essentially become a cybersecurity professional because that's what the field was within. And within that time, I learned all the shit that it gave me, knowing about the labs that are in India and in Russia and digital twin implementation and this technology and what's this doing over here and nuclear reactor, all this stuff, bro. Made an agenda, had a whole script ready for him, everything. He ends up coming back and gives me the wraparound. And then eventually we talk like 2 days after he gets back from his holiday, but only over text message. I told him that my background check had went through. I'm looking forward to speaking with him. I got all this information that I'm ready to share. And he's like, all right, cool, thanks. Thanks, man. I'll try to talk to you soon. And then just never said anything again after that, period. So that situation was really something in itself as well, because it's like, for one, not that I didn't already know already, but what it really showed me at the very core was that, bro, I can do literally anything I want at any time in history, period. Like, I've given so much effort and time and energy to other people and other things and external entities just for me to get fucking peanuts back. And then, of course, I'm rich in experience and I love what I've gained and the people that I've met. But it's like, oh my God, it's just when you work for other people, and when you work for other people, it's just so easy for your shit to just be thrown to the side, your value to be thrown to the side. And it's like, part of me, of course, could be angry that he did what he did and he moved how he did within that situation. But in the same breath, I can never miss what I never had. So when it comes to that, like I said, it made me better in the way where that's really where I kind of like, I feel like my brain kind of switched in a way where it was like, okay, like you got to work for yourself. Plain and simple. Because continuing to do this, oh, let me write this on this piece of paper to try to prove to this person that, I'm worth 12 cents an hour, instead of 8 cents. It's like, no, bro. And I'm not bashing nobody that want to work the normal 9 to 5. I've been doing that half of my life. So literally since I've been legally allowed to work, I've been in the system. I don't know if I'm fucking crazy, because like I still don't want to get a job. By the grace of God, by the grace of my efforts and my financial management, it's been 4 years since It's been 4 months since I've worked for somebody, and I've still been able to live, breathe, eat, enjoy myself, live life. Like, oh, I don't know. And I don't mean to like get into this whole like rah thing right now, but it's just like this is the real shit that's going on right now, bruh. Niggas fired me in the November. These motherfuckers tried to kick me out in January. I got like $20 in my bank account right now, bruh. And this is no bullshit. No, my damn savings account is empty. My stocks portfolio, empty. 401k, empty. Like, bruh. Oh man, this shit is like, but at the same time, I still feel leveled. I still feel pretty good in certain ways. Like I feel aligned within myself. So it's like such a weird space that I'm in right now. And shout out to Jadina. I don't know if Jadina will ever see this, but I'm just saying it, and maybe she'll feel it in her spirit as a YouTuber that she just be making spiritual readings, but she really just be talking to me. Jadina Patrick, I rock with her heavy. But she's like, hey, your external environment may not necessarily match, your internal environment right now. Is still taking it some time to catch up. So that's really, really what I'm keeping in mind with this, because I worked up to get to my first ever apartment by myself. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. I have my own studio in this bitch. There's no bed in here. This is only interactive, creative work space. Like, not a lot of people get to say that they have this privilege in this space, and I've worked so hard for it. And it's like, oh my God. After that whole thing happened with the older Indian man, and I went on my little journey in a way, I decided to get back into drop shipping. Drop shipping I was doing for a little bit in 2020 when I was just trying to find myself, but I didn't really do it for real. I found this course that I bought for like 20 something bucks that was talking about TikTok organic marketing, and I was going through with that. But after some time, I had seen the potential of TikTok getting banned, and I was like, I had this growing feeling that I had to zoom out a little bit more, and not just think about having one singular social media platform being like my primary income stream. And then lo and behold, TikTok got banned, even though it was only for a couple hours. But the fact that that could actually happen already showed me what I needed to see. And then I had stumbled across this video, as well as having some knowledge of the pages here and there of someone talking about faceless content creation and making $5,000-$10,000 a week off of not even showing your face, and even not even potentially showing, letting people hear your voice. So that's just been the path that I've been on, at least within the past couple of months, from a traditional blue collar working man to unemployed, but still very much working on my individual projects and striving to also just like rest and balance myself and enjoy my solitude and my space for what I can. And then now just really stepping into the shoes even more of just a founder, a CEO, the true head of a company, visionary for a brand that can stand the test of time in a way. So today it wasn't really like today is part of the journey. This is one thing that I'm saying this out loud to you, but I'm also saying this because I really need to say this to myself, especially when it comes to these kinds of videos where I'm just coming, I'm setting my phone up, I'm talking to you about, what I may have did today, what I want to do tomorrow, Like, as long as I'm giving my experience, I'm getting up, I'm recording, I have a new message, I have some kind of value that I'm trying to provide, then I'm completely okay with that. So whether these videos are 2 minutes long or 13 minutes long like this is right now, I'm just here to bring what I can and bring myself and continue to show up, because I feel like for so long I didn't really have that true confidence or that true love in myself, and I felt like I just kind of served better in the background in certain ways and not necessarily putting myself out there and having the confidence in my words and the way that I step and how I move. So I just want to say, whoever may potentially be watching this at this point, I know I'm talking about this today. You might be watching this in 5 years, 2 years, whatever. But I just want to say thank you for taking the time. No matter what people may think, this is a very, very legendary time to be in right now. And this is like I was saying a couple months ago, it's like the cusp. I'm on the precipice of some shit. I don't give a fuck if they want to take my job. They want to try to take my crib. They want to try to take my fucking cargo pants. None of it. I take it all, bro. I don't care. Because why? I'm gonna get it back. And I'm gonna come for everything I want and more. Alright? That's all I gotta say, man. Just got some energy real quick. I gotta let it out. I'm about to go meet up with my loved ones. You know, we're going to go shoot a cover for this newest song we have coming out called Drop the Ball by The Village. I haven't even really talked about The Village too much on this channel yet. You know, I've really been keeping it EJ-centric in the mindset, machine-centric, but it's all right. We're going to continue to pour, and you'll be able to see over time, you know, what your boy be getting into, because it's never just one thing. It's never just two things. It's a couple out this biz. So, I mean, shit, if you happen to see me with 100,000 in a good 3 months, don't watch that. Don't watch that. But thank you. Live long and prosper. I appreciate you. Until tomorrow.